because, that's why I know Mass so very well, because we were here every Sunday. So my father wanted us in the country, because this was country. And believe me, it was glorious. It was glorious. And we'd always look forward to it, because my father didn't allow us to play in the street where we lived, although I had an aunt that lived 2 doors away from us. Oh, and this was funny. My aunt lived 2 doors away from us.
Which aunt was
the
that?
First floor.
Which aunt was
A
that?
metropolitan area.
Is that Aunt Mary? Aunt Mary, Aunt Martha?
What?
Aunt Mary lived 2 doors away?
Aunt Mary, yeah. Well, the first house, it was our house, and then it was a garage, and then this other house. And in there was a laundry, a Chinese laundry. And when I say Chinese laundry, that doesn't mean a whole store. It just means that's where they used to bring the laundry. And he was Chinese. Now my aunt, her small daughter, Betty, that lived out here later. But anyhow, my aunt lived in that house. And this Chinese, they were Chinamen that ran this laundry. So we couldn't find my cousin Betty. And all of a sudden somebody came screaming, I know what happened to it. The Chinese man got a hold of her, put her in the boiler, and she's boiling. Oh, we had the police there and all at that time. But they're beautiful stories.
Well, when you think about what our grandfather accomplished,
Yeah.
he had 2 houses. He had a house in Ronkonkoma and a house on Constellier Street. He had a son that went to college,
Yeah.
and he raised, 2 daughters. I mean, he
Yeah.
did, and then
And
and another son. I think he did very well.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
did
I think he did
excellent.
very well.
He was a wonderful, wonderful man.
And he started the wine business in California.
The thing is, he always made wine, like a barrel full,
Yeah.
but he never drank.
Where did he get the grapes?
He never drank.
He never drank any wine? Is that right?
Never.
Yeah.
He didn't like anything.
Hmm.
Yeah. He always would say, if a man has to have a family, how are they going to learn how to respect, especially when he used to be a foreman, and a lot of his people, and especially Greenpoint at that time, was known for a little bit Irish, but mostly Polish. And every Friday, they were invited for dinner, and they came. And now, at least, we'll say about eight of them, we'll say. They all brought a bottle of whiskey. And my father would try to explain to them, it's just that I like the company, I like you workers, you do what I say, and this I don't call for. Well, this is the way we want to do it. Well, I tell you, I gave away more whiskey because I even asked David in his new home whether he'd like to take a couple of bottles, and he said no at that time.
I'm surprised.
And we had, with
I drank it all, just didn't tell anybody.
but I
The
tell you,
supervisor, please, for the second floor, nurse supervisor, the second floor.
with my father, you were not allowed to cry.
You want
If
to
you
sit
wanna-
again, Dave?
This is the time for dinner. Does she need to go down to
5
dinner?
o'clock.
Yeah, 5
Let
o'clock,
us talk
it's
a little more.
dinner time.
Should I
Let
shut
it
this?
talk
Should I
till
stop this?
5.
No, you've been going probably.
We can let it talk
It's
till
really
5.
good.
Well, do you want, why don't I take the pictures and get the family together?
Okay, fine, but
Why don't
you
you
gotta
sit- why don't
know how
you
to
sit
do
here,
it
Leonard?
steady on.
I'll try to keep it steady on. If I can't, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, let me do
Do I know
it.
what they're
Okay.
doing?
So we can get
Nothing,
your
they
brother.
want it, they're taking pictures of you as you're talking. And they want to get Leonard in the picture.
Now, what
Oh.
about press?
Hey,
He's
it's on,
taking
it's
the
on, it's
picture.
fine. Just focus it.
You just,
Okay.
you focus by just looking at this.
I will.
You sit here, Leonard.
Yeah, you sit over there.
Sit here,
Oh,
Leonard.
that's where I was sitting.
Let's do like they do years ago, the
Yeah.
men sat and the women stand up. You ever see those pictures
Right.
with the old-fashioned pictures?
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
feel like an old
Oh,
fogey
God.
here.
Oh, you
so.
look good.
And,
All right.
Miss Isaac, the second floor, Miss Isaac, call the second floor.
Well, I think that you told some good stories today. I enjoyed listening
Yeah.
to you. I enjoyed listening to you. You got a lot of history that we gotta know, because nobody has that history but you.
yeah, we want to know where Mushkitan is. That's what
Yeah,
we
what's
wanna know.
Mushkitan? Did you ever hear of Mushkitan?
Where's,
You never heard of
where's
Mushkitan?
Mushkit?
Like,
You ever hear of Mushkitan?
who,
Did you ever, is the language.
The language. Where does Mushkitan come from?
I haven't heard of
Mushkit.
You
What
never
the-
heard of it, huh? How about Ishkit? Did you ever hear of Ishkitan?
I have no idea.
No, huh.
The only part that I could read, that I would know is that they either came from Italy or, I forget
Albania?
it's Albania.
Yeah. But we're trying to figure out where in Italy they came from.
I couldn't tell you.
And we thought that they spoke a
No, I
dialect.
think, no, in Italy, I think only my second mother came from Italy.
Oh, yeah, but you don't know where your father came from.
Yeah, I don't know the others,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you learned Italian, huh?
What?
You learned Italian. So you could talk to your second mother.
Oh, yeah.
You had to learn Italian, huh?
Yeah. You had to learn.
Yeah.
Like I said to my father, we didn't know the language whatsoever. But I said to my father, if we want a piece of bread, how do we ask for it? Point. Everything we wanted, we
Yeah,
had
but
a
you
point.
learned. You learned so that you could talk to her.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I remember is Lotto on New Year's Eve. That's how I learned to count in Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Take
But that's the
thing
only thing
away
I
from the
learned.
lens.
It's not on the
That's
lens.
the only thing I learned was how
She
to
was
count.
a wonderful person.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I remember her cooking squid.
yeah?
Squid. Remember her stuffed squid? You remember that?
With tomatoes.
Tomato
It
sauce?
was
Do you
like
remember that?
round and it was.
That was the best thing I remember her cooking.
I don't think Mom ever made squid.
Not
No,
mom,
grandma.
grandma.
Grandma
Oh,
made it.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma.
Yeah,
made it.
that's
Stuffed
different.
squid.
Yeah.
That's different.
That was
different. That's
Yeah.
true.
I really remember
I
that.
remember.
Yeah,
What?
that was a real cook, right? Real Southern
Your
Italian cooking. Yeah.
second mother
Nothing
Yeah.
like it.
used to make stuffed squid.
You're right.
Squid, you know squid?
What?
Yeah, Mom.
Squid.
Mom
Squid.
hated that.
Calamari.
Yeah.
Calamari?
Squid.
No?
Squid.
What is that?
Squid,
Oh,
calamari,
yes.
right.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you hated that, right?
You didn't like that?
Right.
It's like rubber.
To me, don't even mention fish. And the thing is this, when we were around Kokomo, Frank and I used to go fishing rock,
Oh, yeah.
and we'd always get someone. But the only thing is, I get the eels.
Yeah.
I can't look at an eel, to me they're snakes,
Yeah.
especially the water. Well, it so happened that we used to go at night, and all these foreigners also go at night
Yeah.
on account of it's good fishing.
Sure.
And every time we get an eel, I say, oh, I'm going to throw it back. This woman would come over, or one of them would come over. Could we please have a picture that you could understand?
They wanted your eel, huh?
And they wanted
Yeah.
the eels.
Yeah. Well, I liked eel. I like eel. I
Well,
had eel
at
in,
that
in
time-
Japan.
It's like snake.
It's
Yeah,
like snake. Yeah.
Right.
in the city, when my brother made it, I liked it. But now,
Yeah.
no fish at all.
Yeah. None at all. Huh? I also remember she also always served me an almond biscotti, an
Well,
almond
biscotti, yeah.
biscuit. Almond biscuit. She always gave me an almond biscuit.
That's right, right.
I don't remember that.
No. You know those
Oh, yeah.
biscuits
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
Yeah.
like like
Anise,
quarter.
Anise
yeah.
biscuits.
Right,
Yeah.
quarter moon or something like
Yeah,
that.
she always liked them. She
They were
liked them.
honest, they were
Yeah.
honest,
She always liked
biscuits.
them.
Yeah.
She always liked those
Yeah.
Anise biscuits.
they were delicious. I know.
Stella D'Oro.
It's
Celadoro, right?
beautiful visit. Oh, I wish it was every day.
Yeah.
Well, we're here for the holidays, Mom.
Oh,
We're here for the
Today is
holidays.
the
We're gonna be with you for Christmas, and, you know, we're gonna be here for a whole week.
it's priceless.
Isn't that nice?
Wonderful.
So,
Brother Leonard, you are a blessed man.
Yeah.
I am very blessed.
You are a
Yeah.
blessed man,
I have
and
millions of
Carol,
blessings.
Sister Carol is a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
There's my sister
I
Carol.
have millions of blessings. Yep.
We love you, we love you.
You said told some good stories. I really enjoyed listening to you today.
Mom, would you like a drink of water?
You did a lot of talking, yeah.
how about some coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
How about?
yeah.
Well, she's gonna be in, so. Let me see if the food is in.
Yeah.
David, why don't you get a little closer to Mom?
Yeah, that's that.
No, that's, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Okay.
Got a cough, huh?
Yeah, I got.
Do you want David to get you some water, Mom?
No, I'll do it.
All right, David. David.
What? Let me just stop it. No, it's still running.
Stop it.
Oh, no. Now it's time.
No, not for me.
Let me
No,
embarrass you.
no. Here, Mom, give me those. You want this?
I wanna
David,
do
you
it.
want to help your mother, please?
Yeah.
David.
No, that's all right.
You have it
Oh, yeah?
Right? My shoes was so.
No.
I've ordered shoes over the
I'm sorry. I thought it would be a good thing.
Is this your Martha's sweater?
Yeah, it was on the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, how you doing?
Just eat and drink.
Tall person.
That's all I say.
Big tall person, how you doing? Big tall person.
When she's ready, would you gonna bring her, or you want to try your water?
All we need is some, all we,
Now, all right. Yeah, here's
stay right there.
Very, first time I really used this camera, you know?
That's good.
Any
That's a
length
good-
of
good
time.
record.
Good, we'll leave that right there in case you want more water. Leave it right there, Mom. Here, I'll do that. That's fine. That's fine now. Come sit in your chair a little bit, Mom. Come sit in your chair.
I agree. We spend too much sitting down.
Right?
Right.
This is what you have to do.
Show him, I want her, take a picture of this.
No, I don't want to sit.
No, take a picture. Come over here.
Yeah.
Okay, show me your exercises, what you do.
Go over
Oh,
to
yeah, I
Carol.
gotta see
Go over
this.
to
Turn
my
around,
Carol.
turn around.
I gotta see this.
Look at David.
I gotta
Okay,
see
go ahead.
this.
Go into the aerobics.
I gotta see how you do
Go
this,
ahead.
Mom.
Go ahead, Martha.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
God.
I can't
That's
believe it.
nothing, you just see it kicking.
Oh my God, I can't do that myself.
See, every
Can you
day she
believe
does
this?
aerobics. In the
Believe
day
this?
room.
She's not bending her knees. I don't believe this.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not a bit. Not a bit.
Watch it, she's gonna get dizzy.
I know.
Okay, now what's, Carol?
Yeah,
Enough.
yeah, okay,
No,
now. Okay,
she-
I just do one kick.
Stop.
Yeah, wait a
Just give
minute.
him one
Stop.
kick.
You
Yeah, hold
can't.
my hand.
Get out of the way. Watch out. She's going to kick.
Yeah. Yeah, hold my hand.
No,
Go ahead.
I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh! Oh!
No, she's
Oh.
good. No, she's good for this. She does this every day.
It's unbelievable.
That's showing on.
Unbelievable. 99 years
I did
old.
Show off. Let me tell you what a show
I
off.
do it
Do
at
the other
Jerry.
one.
You have to do it.
Where's the
You wanna
football?
sit
She
down
could
and get older?
kick a field goal there. Look at that.
As long as it's slippery.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, Aunt
Good thing you're holding on to
Martha.
that
Yeah,
sink.
that's good.
That's enough. That's
I'd have to hold
incredible.
on to
Good.
the sink.
Okay,
Amazing.
the nurse wants you to go have supper now. I'm coming tomorrow, okay?
We're all gonna go with
We're
Right.
her.
gonna
Oh,
see you
yeah.
tomorrow. But they want you to have.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
No, just me tomorrow. They're gonna come the next day,
We're gonna come on Sunday.
okay?
Good.
They're gonna come
On
again.
Saturday.
All right, come sit down, sweetheart, and then we'll take you to the.
I don't know how to thank all of you.
We're,
I can't believe you did that. Jeez, I can't get that.
I know you can't.
That's about as far as I can go.
If I did that, I'd have a
That's
stroke.
what they say, flexibility is the secret to longevity.
Yeah, well, I don't have
Let me
it.
get you cane.
I used to be able to put my palms like
I'm all right. Just don't. Where's your speed? Do this every day.
Take your time, all right?
Yeah, I'm really annoyed with them because when I talked to them earlier this month, and then when they talked to you, they said they were going to do that, and they haven't done it yet. I don't know what happened to them. But... Okay. Right.
You bet chocolate. Nothing like it.
Well, I told me it doesn't really matter, but I noticed as why. I want to make sure it gets to this year. So,
Et fromage.
Cheese.
You gonna take the turkey? Good. It's gonna do well.
Ah oui, ils font que ça, ils se bagarrent. Ah, il faudrait qu'ils soient tous là, on en prendrait une photo pour Clara.
It was wonderful.
Ah, dis donc. C'est vachement rapide, hein? Regarde ça. Quand on était merveilleux par des petits machins comme ça.
I'm so glad to meet you. Je suis heureuse de connaissance. Je suis heureuse. Ah oui. Avoir. Oui, oui. Avoir fait connaissance. I'm very pleased to meet you. J'espère que vous avez bonne chance et heureux. Oui.
Le bonheur.
Yeah, and as they say in New Orleans, laissez les bons temps rouler. Don't you love it in Pasico? Isn't it beautiful? Oh.
I wouldn't trust it. There's not one of them that was operated on the casino. Not one.
Okay. Well, you have to decide what you want to do, and
I know, but
then we
after
would
all,
get you
how
the
could
best
you
doctor
decide
for
when
it.
you have, this is the only one you could pick?
no, you can pick anybody you want.
Well, who else is here?
Not here. We would take you to another
I
place.
see.
We would take you to Manhattan,
Oh, I see.
and we'd be done
Right.
there.
Right.
Right.
Sure, I'd be willing to do that by all means, but I wouldn't have to, I couldn't stay here.
Yeah.
Not that I took the idea that I would like to be home. But that was my biggest disappointment, David, when you sold the house. You promised not to. Why you did it, I don't know.
You know, we had a very good conversation 2 days ago when Leonard was here and I
Right.
was here. Do you remember the conversation we had?
No.
Well, you were talking about your mothers, your first mother and your second mother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How could he remember my first mother?
Well, no, we asked you. We don't remember,
Oh.
but you remember. So tell me more about your first mother.
I couldn't tell you a thing about my first mother. All I know is that as children, my father sent us to Connecticut every summer for the summer, because we had relatives up there. And I do remember that my mother used to take us for a walk every day, and it was the three of us, my sister and my brother and myself, and we hold hands. We still have a picture of that in my, Carol, I think, took it.
Yeah.
But that's all I remember, is going for a walk, because my father used to send us to Connecticut every summer for the summer, so that my mother would have country air. That's all I remember.
Do you remember where in Connecticut?
No, your brother does. In fact, he's talking about it when he was here a couple of weeks ago. He said, "You remember that?" I said, "I couldn't tell you." And he said, "We were waiting. Your mother used to go for a vacation because all the Albanian cousins and relatives lived up there." And I said, "No, I do remember that we used to have go for a walk every morning. And it was three of us, my sister, my brother, and myself. And we have to hold hands and hold on tight to each other and hold my mother's hand and go walking every day." How your brother remembers this, I don't know. But he must remember my father talking about it. But that was our summer vacation. Every summer my father didn't want us to stay in the city. And he was not a mother, but he was not a father, but a mother. Oh, what attention. I don't think that man ever went to bed. When we had a little cough or something, he was so excellent. And to think, believe it or not, when I heard that he had died of a broken heart, I could not understand what it was. But since I'm here, now I know. Because now I know exactly what happens. Your heart breaks, and you start bleeding from the eyes and all over. And when I
So,
witnessed that to
When,
myself,
when did your first mother die, Mom? Do you remember? How old were you?
I think I was about 3 years old.
That's all, huh?
That's all.
You're very young.
I was the baby. We were three. My brother Charles, my sister Josephine, and myself. I was the baby.
Because Dominic was born to Teresa.
Teresa was my mother.
Yeah, Teresa was your mother. That was my grandmother. I remember her.
Right. Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, I remember
Oh,
Grandma.
my.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember her mother?
No, I don't remember her mother.
Oh, she lived with us also.
She did?
She was over 100 years.
I didn't know that.
Yes, she was
Yeah.
over 100 years. The paper had, I'll never forget because we were living in the same house. I'll never forget that when she passed away, my father happened to be down the stoop waiting for something. And all of a sudden, so many reporters, they all wanted to come up to see her. And my father said, no. He said, what do you think? Oh, he was very angry. He said, this is not a party. He said, I should say not. So they said, well, we'd like to see what a woman looks like at the age of 155. That's the age that she died.
Yeah.
And they couldn't understand it. They couldn't believe it. My father's just too bad. That's all. All I remember that so many reporters and Leonard, he just stayed on the stoop, not to let anybody up. They couldn't get over it. But I tell you, in 155, when my sister and I used to go to work, I still worked for the telephone company at the time, and naturally, you had to look really decent when you go to work. And we used to use curling iron, and she chucked it a little bit. My mother used to, mother had no patience. And they leave the girls alone, they had to go to work. I remember that so distinctly. But we were a very happy family. Very. I never remember my father being angry over anything at all. Only when anybody used bad language. Then you get a slap in the mouth. Don't ever do that again. The word hell, my sister got the beating her life. All of a sudden, whatever happened, she said the word hell. I'll never forget it. Then another time, I got the beating because I called a Jew, a Sheedy. And of course, that isn't nice. I was mad because he wouldn't give me a pizza. Every day we were allowed to stop at the candy store on the corner and only have a Hershey bar, no hard candy whatsoever. And I insisted on hard candy. I said, no, I don't want it. I said, you're a Sheedy. Well, my father stopped every evening to pay him, and everything go all right. Well, I hate to say this, but that little one, she insisted on having hard candy, and you said no, and she called me a Sheedy. Oh, well, we lived just a couple of doors away from the store. The father come in, and believe me, was I scared stiff. And I went there and looked at him. He said, what's the matter? He says, I don't get my kiss. Oh, I'm sorry. And I started. So glad. Well, if you have a reason to cry, if you have a reason to cry, let me give you one. And anyhow, I said, I didn't do anything more.
I'm giving her the medication.
Did you use any bad language?
Mrs. Church.
Oh, no.
Mrs. Church. Hi.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm Angela. I'm your nurse, right?
Isn't that wonderful, yeah.
So I heard you have worries about the eye surgery. that you are afraid that you may get blind.
Right.
That's what the family is telling me. You know, your family is gonna talk to the administration and make sure that that doctor is not here if you don't want him because you have worries because of him. But I don't believe that it's the same doctor for 4 or 5 years ago, because the doctors also change often enough. I don't know who is that doctor that you are afraid of. I don't know his name and what happened to other patients. But I believe if you have this surgery, would help you see better, cannot do worse, cannot be for worse. But it is up to you and your family to decide, okay? But we're gonna take care. I'm gonna speak to my supervisor about this, and your niece is gonna make sure, talk to the supervisor in the morning and to the director of nursing, explain your worries and make sure that you eventually have another doctor, since you don't trust very much the one that you heard stories 4 or 5 years ago. I have a feeling, I'm all sure that it's not the same doctor. I saw one tall and skinny doctor, eye doctor, so I don't believe it's the same one.
I don't know at the present time, but when I said it, I don't talk to them, I'm sure.
Of course, right. It's not a rush before holidays. After holidays, we're gonna find out, we're gonna check, we're gonna make you happy. Like the patient wish, it's a law for us. You know, we respect your wishes. You have the rights to choose, to refuse, to accept whatever you want. We're gonna try, we're gonna do what you want.
Positively.
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 Yes,
But
doctor.
the thing is that the doctor that I spoke with, he's the doctor. He's the doctor that operated on the others.
So
Every one of them, that it so happened, evidently.
now you know what? I don't know. I never heard that a surgery was not successful in Midway. I don't know, but maybe you did because you talked to other residents.
Correct.
And you did that years ago. Now sometime, you know, you can have problems after a surgery. You can have an infection, as I had to my foot when I had it. But you know, you sign a paper before surgery that things can occur, and only if you agree with that, then you have the surgery.
Positively, I would never agree because I saw it, I witnessed it.
How did you witness?
This is what bothered me. The last time I went for a test, and he said it was the same thing.
See how this goes,
Yeah,
because she may be
she
talking about this
So I
now
said,
for a week.
Doctor,
And
I used to tell her
she
to
may get all,
okay.
she may get all worked up.
and he said,
She's gonna get angry.
was,
Right.
I said, because you
Yeah.
verified that every one of them that you did, that it would be perfect. I said, who knows? You're not a man to tell me what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And,
And what did he say?
he said, well, that's the chance you take. I said,
Yeah,
Sure.
like yes, you
I
take
said,
a
very
chance.
well.
Yes.
I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a check for $600, hand it to you and say, thank you, doctor. Period.
Mrs.
It's candy, and it's wonderful.
Oh, that's nice. She's gonna like
If you
that.
do this, I'm gonna stop.
Oh, what? It's Merry Christmas, Mom.
I hope so.
Oh, you look
I
good.
hope so.
I'll do this.
So you like the picture?
It's just wonderful, wonderful. Just having you here. That's all. I
And
need.
Mom, here's your other present. These are little coffee cookies
Oh, she'll like
in the
that.
can, and
that's
that's for you too.
So full. Oh, I'm so grateful. Oh, God, I wish I could see. I thought it was going to go right through the skin. Oh, my God. It hurt like the dickens.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. And every time he comes up, he's always got something for me. It's a lovely family. It's really nice.
She called me last night, Beatrice.
Yeah.
Beatrice called me yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
and she called me to wish me Merry Christmas, her sister.
Oh, that was-
Yeah.
that's good.
She says she has a present for you for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And when she feels better, she's going to bring it up for you, okay? And she was asking for you.
That's
She loves you, and she said, tell Aunt Martha I wish her Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
She hasn't been feeling well.
Oh,
She's not feeling too good. And she was staying with her daughter. You know, her daughter lives downstairs. She's a
Oh, yeah.
doctor. Her daughter's a doctor. And she lives in the same house, and she was living downstairs. And she wasn't feeling good. And her daughter was like bossing her around, you know. So she says she's too bossy for me. So I came up with my husband upstairs now. She was getting nauseous, and her daughter was telling her, well, don't sit down, don't do this, don't do that. She meant well, but
well, I tell you, I was so surprised when I first met her, when they called me to introduce her. She's such a big girl.
she's a brilliant girl.
Woo, she's so big.
She's very smart.
You said big.
Yeah, good.
She's not that big. The other one is big. She's a beautiful girl, and she has a nice shape.
You want to sit next to your mother, Dana?
No, this is good so far. This is great.
I'm sure it is.
Anna, please call 355. Anna, call
You
355.
got a lot of nice things there, Martha, here.
What?
You got a lot of nice things here. Judy boy, everything that's good here that you like.
Right.
You got those lemon drops. Now, what drawer do you want them in? The lemon drops.
Wanda.
Or the lime drops?
The,
I'm gonna put them in the drawer. You can have them when you have the when you
yeah,
have a lot of you like them.
yeah, but,
You're gonna like them.
but leave them in the bag.
I put them in a container. These you like. You're gonna like these. They're in the bag.
She has
Oh,
one in
yeah.
her mouth.
But I put them in the container.
Oh, all right.
Now, what drawer do you want me to put them in?
The
so
top
that-
drawer.
Okay. I'm gonna put them in the top drawer,
Right.
okay? And when these are even better than the lemon drops because they're lime.
Oh,
You're gonna
I
like
never
these.
had those.
Oh, you're gonna love these.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so
never had them.
I'm gonna put them in the
She's
top
got one in her
drawer.
mouth.
Right.
Okay? All right. So you have this, and I'm gonna put it in the top drawer. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I know you people want me to get married. Okay.
Now, this would be good to put in a bag of some sort. You
No,
want
I
that?
think
Leave
that's
them
gonna
in
keep
there?
it like that.
Okay. All right. Now,
She'll only
Martha-
have it when you're in the account.
Martha,
What?
after you come, remember how you like to have, you used to like to have, the sugar cookies after supper? Remember you used to eat them all the time?
Little lemon.
No, after supper you used to come in and you have a little snack and you used to have like a little cookie. All right, well anyway, these are little
Anna,
cookies.
please call
I never-
355. Anna, call 355.
You're gonna like these cookies here. Yeah, take a half one. Taste that. I want you to taste it. Go ahead. You're gonna like these. Isn't that good? All right. So, you know, when you feel like you want a little snack, you know, you sometimes when you're watching television, you like to eat a little something like this. Okay?
Yeah.
These are like when you're watching television, you want
Thank
to
you.
snack on something. I'm gonna put these in your drawer too.
Right.
And these are for you to snack on when you're watching television,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
You're gonna like these, like after
Thank you.
supper, you're gonna enjoy these.
Thank you.
You are. So what drawer do you want these in?
Top drawer.
You want this in the top drawer. Now this isn't, feel the container.
Yeah.
Now feel in here, you have to kind of pull them out, okay?
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you have to kind of pull them out,
Yeah.
okay? They're a little long and you gotta pull them out,
When
okay?
you put them in, just put it in the back.
I'll put it in the back, and then when you want to have a little
Right.
something watching television, you're really going to enjoy these.
Right.
You want another one?
No.
You have it here.
I don't eat that much.
Well, just eat the
No,
rest.
no,
It's Christmas. Eat a little.
I know, but I don't care for
Right, not
anything.
right now, but these you're going to like because you like coffee, and these are coffee in it,
Right.
and you love that. All right, now don't forget that you have these to eat after supper,
Don't worry.
okay? Because you're really going to enjoy these.
Okay.
Okay? When
Okay.
you're watching television.
You want me to
Her,
get?
she says, still a good-looking woman, she could turn heads, right? Look at you, pretty little thing, ya, with your makeup and your hair and everything.
Well,
You still could turn heads, right?
I'm only 98.
That's
People
young.
don't know it.
Yeah,
98.
it's
Well,
only a number,
My
right?
grandmother was 155. But that was my second mother's mother. We have, I think the whole world called. We had that telephone all day and all night.
Talk to
They
Dave.
couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it.
155, huh?
What?
155.
155.
So that means that you're going to live another 55 years?
Yeah. We weren't related. That was my
You aren't related.
That was my second mother's mother.
Okay, but still.
But she wanted, in the morning when we went to work, my sister and I, actually, we used curling iron, and she chucked at us a little bit. Mother, don't you dare! But it's the way we live. My father would not allow anybody to cry. He said, if you want to cry, I'll give you a beating. There's no reason that people should cry. Let out your feelings and have and understand what it's all about. Otherwise, you're no good in this world. He was so thorough in every way that you would never know. And the thing is, I was called because we were down west, and I was called to come home.
Want to sit down for a little while? Want to sit down for a little while? Want to sit down and talk?
Yeah, okay. Well, anyhow, oh, thank you, dear. Okay. So,
Go ahead, talk.
we come home, I come home, and my father used to have the most beautiful Christmas tree every year. That
Well, it's about time.
Christmas Eve,
Yes.
we always had services in the church, and after the services, we'll see about 11 o'clock. They all come, they're all invited to the house. My father had a great big punch bowl like this. And everybody would have a glass of punch. And he would make cookies. And the cake that he made, I don't think anybody else could ever have done it. He was perfect every way. And he died. I understood he died of a broken heart. But I didn't understand. I thought it was just hearsay. When you say that you can't have people die, on account of disappointment. Never knowing, since I've been here, have I learned an awful lot. I had questions. The heart actually breaks. And the eyes start pouring blood, then the mouth, and then the whole body. I never knew that. I have learned a lot.
Yeah, sure. Yes, you're gonna breathe, he's okay.
Brother-in-law.
And you had a
Her
good visit.
sister come up and said the brother-in-law didn't feel good. And that he started bleeding on the eyes. I said, oh. Well, he's got a small heavens or whatever. But then I
You
understood.
didn't spoil anything.
But
That
it really is horrid. Because the eyes all of a sudden start throwing blood out. And you see your own
Sure they are,
and that's bad enough. And I said, oh,
We're leaving tomorrow morning.
and he's the nicest man.
Yeah,
He'll stop
we're
by
gonna drive to
cookies
Rome
for me or whatever.
And then the next
And,
day,
and
we'll
anyhow,
stop and we'll drive to Charlotte,
yeah.
meet the boys.
Wait, coming up. The wife said, if he'll be here anybody, he wanted to stop and buy some cookies for me.
I can't
I
wait.
said, oh, that's so
It's been wonderful.
Well, anyhow,
It's been great seeing
he come up and he gave gave you the
so
cat,
many friends.
the cookies.
It's
And
just
you-
exhausting.
Oh,
It's
I
just,
see.
you want, everybody
I
wants to see
thank
it.
you so much. I like to kiss you. No, I want to kiss you. I think I'll never forget. You kissed me right here. I thought it was going right through the face.
Ejecting plasma, ejecting
God.
plasma.
It's absolute worth it.